Welcome to Rock Your Talk with Leisa Reid. I am Leisa Reid, founder of Get Speaking Gigs Now, trainer at Productive Learning. Super excited today because we're talking about health, which is very important, as you're going to find out. And if you didn't know that already, you're going to learn a lot today from our esteemed guest, my friend, colleague, Lauren Powers, the one and only. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you, Lisa, for having me.
Yes, I can't wait to hear her tips. This is going to be awesome. Before we get started, just as you know, as a member of the Rock Your Talk crew, we have a couple gifts for you. If you are a speaker and you're wanting to learn how to get booked, stay booked, attract your clients through speaking, feel free to grab 5 top tips to get more speaking gigs at GetSpeakingGigsNow.com. You can also get another free gift from Productive Learning, and that is a course called New Thinking for New Actions. And this is really for those of you who know what you're supposed to be doing, but you're not doing it. Like Lauren's probably going to talk a little bit about that today in terms of your health. If you don't know, you know what you're supposed to do, but you're not doing it. And you can get that gift on productivelearning.com/gift. So there's a couple little goodies for you just to get the day started off strong. But meanwhile, we're going to hear from Lauren. And I mean, I don't know if you know, but Lauren she's a pretty amazing person. And I am so blessed to know you. I've learned and seen you speak and read some of your book. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but you're a pretty amazing person. And I'm just really, really glad you're here. But tell the audience a little bit about you.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, it's easier if you tell them.
I know. Well,
like a brag,
but she's a bodybuilder. She's been on Jennifer Lopez's. There we go. She's got the gun show. She's been on videos like you might have heard of Justin Bieber, maybe Jennifer Lopez or the Jonas Brothers, or maybe Lady Gaga. Any of those people you might have heard of. She has been in their videos, their music videos. So you got to look and find her. It's pretty cool. Like in Justin Bieber's latest one, you're like right there, opening scene. I was like, oh, and there's Lauren right there. So that was pretty cool.
That was fun. A funny story though, real quick before I forget to tell you, is talk about the power of manifestation, right? I tell the story on stage when I'm speaking. I'm sure you heard that I manifested working with J-Lo, because I've got to work with all these other Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, Iggy Azalea, Jennifer Hudson, just to name a few. But I'm like, oh, I want to work with J-Lo, right? And I literally was watching World of Dance, where she's executive producer and the head judge, right, with Derek Huff and stuff. Mm-hmm. And as I said that, my phone went off and there was a text message. Do you want to be in a music video on this coming Saturday? No casting director, no agency, no audition, no callbacks, no fittings, no going on to Vail. Like there's a whole process when you get booked on some of these things. None of that, nothing. So, I mean, the story goes on and on. I showed up in blind faith, had no clue who it was. I'm just like, trusted the text message, no name, nothing. It was a 323 number, which is LA. But I showed up at Raleigh Studios in Hollywood, and the security guard comes over and he's like, good morning, ma'am. Are you here for the Jennifer Lopez music video? And I'm like, yes, I am.
Yes, point me in the right direction, sir.
Yeah, right. He's like, they're waiting for you on stage 1. And I'm like, sweet.
So good.
So that was like amazing. And I manifested getting a picture with her, and like the story just goes on and setting the tension. And these are things I talk about because it's so powerful. And I'm here to tell you it really, really works.
Yes.
Right. But the Justin Bieber, even funnier. So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I'm getting pretty good at this. Right. And I'm like, so my next video, I get cast on this thing. I didn't know, they don't tell you who it is. And it's all NDA. And it's all hush hush. And you can't have your phone and security. It's just crazy with these big name, musicians. And so I'm like, the night before, I'm like, Pink, I want to manifest Pink. I love Pink, and I haven't got to work with her, right? So I'm thinking Pink. Literally, what you saw in the video, I end up sitting right next to Justin, right? But during rehearsal where they're placing everybody, the director he moved me like 4 different times. And actually, it was a woman producer, and then the AD was a guy, kept coming. He's like, I'm sorry, can we just move you? And I'm like, you just do what you're told when you're on these sets, right? Everybody's in costumes, hair, makeup, wardrobes, amazing, very Hollywood couture, glamour, old school. And so I'm like, Pink. And guess what? Well, you've seen the video. Here he comes, pink hair, total bright, like as pink as my shirt, this color, pink hair, pink sweatshirt, pink shoes, pink sweats, pink head to toe pink. And I'm like, I really like that. I'm like, I need to be more specific with what I manifest. I should have said Pink, the musician. Even in
The singer.
Yeah, the singer, right? I was like, this is crazy. So I just love sharing that because it's so important, like to really manifest and be clear what we want and have, and set the intention, because this stuff really works. And,
100%.
I'm really about faith and putting God first and all this stuff too. And it's really changed my life.
Love
But, yeah. So, and my tips and things like that. I mean, I talk about, being clear, manifest what you want, be specific, right? And, and then follow the journey. And my biggest thing I can share with your listeners, Leisa, is like, just get out of your own way, really. And I find that when you try to force things and push things and things don't feel right, probably because they're not. I've been through a lot. You've read some of my book, and I've been through discrimination. I've been bullied. I've been judged. I've been all these things my whole life, daring to be different. It's one of my topics. Why fit in when you can stand out? That's one of my favorite things. I mean, me, do I ever fit in? Like, hello, I'm here.
You drive a purple motorcycle with
Harley, purple Harley with
Harley,
purple eyelashes,
and you're known, you're seen, you're visible, and you're
purple
totally
Escalade with my name all over it, all branded. Have a red Mercedes with eyelashes, convertible, muscle goddess on the plates, LPT. Yeah, very very low key.
Super low key. Yeah, you got to really come out of your shell, Lauren.
Blend right in. So people mistake me for the wallpaper. I know.
I know you're going to share. You're going to share 3 tips with us about really having your health be your top priority, right? Like, because I know it's like there is all that, but there's also this deeper. I know you personally, and your heart is huge, and you know so much about being healthy. And I think it's okay to say this, that you want that for other people, because you know how much it can change our life. So what is that?
It's so important. It really is. And there's more than 3 tips. I mean, I can go on and on and on. This is my sole purpose now and my passion. And I feel, Leisa, that if I didn't share my past journey and my information and experience and everything I've learned along the way, becoming a 10-time overall champion, that it would be a disservice to people. And it would be selfish if I just hoarded all this information. So now, yes, my heart's in it, my passion's in it, my total purpose. I'm very focused, and letting women know, especially, women are my ideal clients, because I found that, especially women 40, 50, 60 plus, right? 60 doesn't go with my FV.
That's okay.
That's okay. But as women, we need to really change that mindset. And this is the number 1 tip is really focus, switch that mindset that it's not selfish to put yourself first and make health your top priority. It's actually being very smart. Because if you think about it, if you feel good and you look good and you have confidence, everything around you is going to win. And I'm all about win-win. You know what I mean? If you have those days where you're in pain, you don't feel good, you feel sloppy, you look in the mirror and you're loathing body parts that you see there, and you're like, what happened? You can't fit into your jeans. You're just like, oh my gosh, what happens? Everything around you comes down. You don't have the energy, and you're not feeling good about yourself.
I like what you said too about have it being a priority, because I think that I'm sure that it's this is going to sound a little stereotypical, but I think women and moms especially, we are so used to putting everyone else in the family ahead that we kind of hesitate to do something for us and set that boundary, which is not, it's like, if your kid is like, well, mommy, why do you have to go to work out? Why can't you stay with me? Like it pulls at the heartstrings. My daughter's 17 now, so I don't have that, but I just I know how it feels. Yeah. And yet for the dad, sometimes it's like, oh, I'm going, and they don't have that baggage that we have.
Well, it's that nurturing genetic thing that, yes, as women, especially moms, like you just said, and I find this, and I found this in my career for so many years now, it's the same thing. They're like, Lauren, after I just take my kids to soccer and ballet and this and that, and I got to get dinner on the table, and then my husband needs me, and then I'm trying to build my business. I'm in network marketing, or I'm a women professional entrepreneur, or whatever it may be. At the end of the day, they're simply exhausted. They're wiped out. There's no time for themselves, and they just collapse. Yeah. So going to the gym or working out or doing anything for themselves is last on that list.
Right.
But I'm here to tell you, if something happens to you, God forbid you get some crazy disease or you get the virus or whatever is going on, what happens? All the people that you have put first are the ones that suffer.
Right.
So it's really, it's backwards. And I've
Mhm.
found this so many years ago because I deal with a lot of moms, and I'm like, you guys, but look at, if something happened to your kids, it doesn't make sense. You've got to take care of yourself. So one of my big tips is make a date with yourself. Give
Mm.
yourself 1 hour a day. 1 hour would be the goal. Schedule it, put it in your calendar, book it, whatever it is, for that self-love and self-care time.
Mhm.
So critical. And you'll find that the rest of the hours of the day are so empowered because you did that for you.
Yeah.
And it's not a lot. It's something, whether it's taking a nap, taking a bath, getting a massage, getting a facial, go to the chiropractor, getting an acupuncture, whatever it is, go to the gym, whatever it
Mhm.
is for you that makes you feel good.
Love
And
it.
it's that self-love, giving back to yourself. Everything else gets better. I promise you. I've been doing this for years. People that know me, they're like, God, you're always doing this, this, and this. And I'm like, yes, because this is the only body I have. I
Yeah.
have to have this energy. People know me for my energy. I'm always like,
Yeah.
lots of energy. I mean, you can see, because I have passion for what I do, but I know how important it is that I take care of myself. Because if I go down, everything around me suffers. There's no,
Right.
you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how many are on your email list or how many clients you have or
Right.
any of these things that we work so hard doing and building it. If you go down, and I mean, when I say that, it means, you get ill or something happens to you physically and mentally. So
Mhm.
I'm all about the mental fitness and physical fitness. It's a
Yeah.
two part thing, and they go
100%.
together. Yes, but it starts with the mental. So the biggest thing is, again, make a date with yourself, 1 hour a day. If you can't, start with 30 minutes, just something. Lock it out with no kids, no distractions, nothing, just for you. And I promise you, everything fills and will fall into place the rest of your day, or whenever you can do it, even if it's last thing at night. Any of that time, just do it. So
I
that's
love
that's
that. Just even kind of like stair stepping in, because I'm sure someone out there is like, an hour, what? But even if it was like maybe 15 minutes for the first week and
anything.
then 20 minutes, and just
Build up.
kind of
Yes.
inch it up a little bit so that
Yes.
but when we don't even put it on the calendar at all, it's
It
a
doesn't get
lot
done.
less likely to happen. So
Right.
deciding, I think there's something powerful in like choosing, like I am
Mhm.
choosing to set aside XYZ minutes
That's
at this
right.
time of day or whatever. And it doesn't have to be the same time every single day. It could be
Oh,
a couple mornings, then an afternoon, then whatever works
whatever
for
works.
you.
That's right. And be flexible with yourself and give yourself grace, that you were telling me earlier to do for myself. Is, we're so hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's just be flexible, but get it done. Get it
There you
done.
go.
And
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
commitment to you and nobody else. It's for you. And again, I have a whole talk, and at the topic, the title is called I Choose Me.
Love it.
I choose me. In fact, I have had rooms stand up and say that together, and you should see the energy and the lifting of the people. You can see everybody just stands up better. I mean, it's incredible what happens when they start like taking it in on a cellular level. I
Beautiful.
choose me. So important. If anything, I can to share with the people today is that putting yourself first, and it doesn't have to be a full hour. But you're gonna want it once you
Yeah.
start.
Well, once you
You're gonna
start getting used to having that
yes.
time, right? And I know
Yes.
we talked about 3 tips, which I think you've given like 27 tips, which is super
Yeah.
cool. Like there's like so many I can tell how much you care about people, how much you care about health in the body, and that it's not just physical, it's physical, mental, and
Absolutely.
even deeper, I'm sure, emotional as well.
Oh yeah.
And I love what you said about that. You obviously have a ton of knowledge about how the body works, what the
Mhm.
chemistry is, what exercise, I mean, but it's not just exercise, it's like the whole system that,
Correct.
and you're like, wow, if I kept this information to myself, that would be selfish. Like
That would be
I
selfish.
I have something that could help a lot of people. So I appreciate that it's kind of like one of those master classes, like when, a famous actor is like, I'm going to teach an acting class. I mean, how often will we get access to that? And now that's kind of a thing. And it's like
Mhm.
what you're doing, like you're an expert fitness you didn't just take a certification, like you lived it, you're living it, you embody it in so many ways, and to
It's
share
a
that knowledge.
lifestyle, Lisa. So that's the thing I
Yeah.
really like to coach on: lifestyle. It's
Yeah.
like changing that mindset. And then of course it's all the basics. We all know it's, what we eat, what supplements we take, how much rest we're getting, what quality of sleep we're getting, how much we're drinking and staying hydrated, how much water per day. It's all of those things, you know, if you're getting your carbs, fats, and proteins, and you know, all the stuff that we know, but we don't do it.
Well, yeah. And I think that there's so many magazine articles in this, and there's so
yeah.
much information. So I think when a person can go to someone that they trust and that know, like, oh, that's a real person. Oh, this person has walked through, they have helped other people. Like, even just figuring out your own macronutrients. For you, you're probably like, oh, that's so easy. But there's a lot of people, I didn't know what that was until a couple of years ago. I didn't know what my particular formula was until a couple of years ago. I didn't know. I don't know how to figure that out. So
we don't know what we don't know.
Right. So that is super helpful, and what
There's
to
a
you
lot
might
to
be
it.
really basic, but you know, to
The
the
thing with
average
me, Lisa, is like when you work with me, it's like I've already weeded out the riffraff, like from all my years of experience, kind of the gimmicks,
Oh,
the
the stuff
fat
that
guy.
doesn't work, the stuff that works. Yes.
Exactly. So if you want results and you want to get from A to B and you want a straight line, you know, I've been there, done that. And I've been in different body parts to, or styles, I should say, as well. A lot of people don't know that about me. They just think I've been walking around this, you know, champion bodybuilder my whole life. Well, no, I've been overweight. I've been super skinny. I've been a bikini model. I've been a figure model. I've been a bodybuilder. Like I've been in all these different things based on my careers and times in my life. So I know what it looks, you know, what it feels like from the inside out when you want to lose and you load those body parts. You know, I've been there. So I know the mindset. And I feel like when you work with me, I can find immediately where you're at and put myself back there and how I got out of it and changed it up. And you know, the way I look, I realize, you know, 98% of my clients don't want to look like me. It's too hard.
Yeah.
But I
That's
look like this
career,
I look like this because this has been my journey. You know, this has been my past. I was a firefighter and had to get strong and all these different things. So that this has just been my look, and this empowers me, and this is how I feel powerful looking the way I am, but it helps me with all my sports. So I'm extreme sports. I do wakeboarding and all kinds of crazy things. And still do music videos in bikini at my age, right?
Yeah.
So it's just it's crazy, but that's extreme. But again, I look this way so you can see, you can just physically look at me and go, well, obviously she knows what she's doing. So that's kind of the thing that sets me apart from other health coaches or fitness trainers or anything like this. Been there, done that, been in all the different body parts. I know how to get you quick from A to B, what works and what doesn't work, what are the best supplements, the easiest thing. And I try to make it easy and fun with accountability. And
Yeah.
that's
I also like
community.
I wanted to share, because I know I've done some working out with you as well. And I really appreciate and I've told you this before, but I'll just say publicly that you don't judge. You are very, as much as you are like, hey, we're going to do this, and you're a motivator, you're very gentle with people and your heart shows. It's not like, and I've taken lots of fitness classes and boot camps and this and that and all the, rigmarole. And for me, my personality, I like to feel like I'm in a supportive environment instead of kind of getting like yelled at or like reprimanded. I'm like, oh, I already don't want to be here. Please don't make this harder. And so I love how you make it fun, but we're moving along, but you're really nice and supportive. I guess is just the best way I can say it. So I appreciate that about you.
Yeah, of course. You're welcome. Well, because we're all different. We're all in different body parts. We're all at different times of our life. We have different paths and experiences. And so I never judge anybody. I've been judged so harshly my whole life for looking the way I do and looking different that I know what it's like. And it can be very painful. Yeah. And so I would never judge anybody for the way they look or their hair color or their body shape. It doesn't even make sense to me. It's one of the chapters in my book. Don't judge a
very accepting person. Oh,
right? Yeah, there. Yes.
What do we got here?
There it is.
There we go. Beautiful.
Yes. So this is the gift today, and I'm really proud of this book, Lisa. It went #1 in not one country but 11 countries. So it's an international bestseller in 11 countries in 98 categories. Wow, which is so crazy because I didn't even know there were 98 categories.
I didn't either until I met you.
Right? I know. So crazy. You know, it was a big campaign and all that. But the thing with the book is that it comes with a workbook. So it's just not me going blah, blah, blah about my story. It's like how it can affect you and how it's going to get results for you wherever you are in your life. So I have questions that whatever you just read, whatever resonates that I just shared with you, how it's going to impact and change and transform your life.
And so where can people get the book?
Here on your site, I've got the
link.
link is my
It's,
free
I think
gift.
it's
Yes.
laurenpowers.com /
Or
beneath the muscle.
Beneath the Muscle. That's the
Yes.
title. And the
Yes.
second part is Unleash Your Inner Champion, because I believe that we're all champions.
Yes.
We really are. You don't need a million trophies like I had to go get.
So we'll put that in the notes.
Get like 50 of them, right?
That's right. We'll put them in the notes, and then it, just in case you're listening and you're like, I want to know now, it's laurenpowers.com / beneath the muscle.
Yes, and that's a free download for all your tribe here. Your rock your talk people. I love that.
Yeah, and then I think you were going to offer something else too.
Yes, you know what? Is if people, if you resonate what I've said and you kind of figure out that I know what I'm talking about, and I can help you get results. I'm all about results for you. I've already done the work. I've been there, done that. So this is not about me. It's what I can do for you. Wherever you are in your journey, I meet you there, and we do a full assessment of where you want to be, and then on that solution and that gap in the middle, with all the things from, like we said, hydration, sleep, supplementation, what we put in our mouth, and of course the physical part of it as well.
Yeah.
But always starting with the mindset, always. So that is a free assessment. It's on my website, laurenpowers.com. Make it super simple. It's right on the front. You can click on the link, jump on my calendar, and it's a $500 value. But again, for you rock your talkers, I would love to, get on a call with me and let's see where I can take you. It's, no charge for you guys. And I'm here to help. Again, that's my thing. I don't want to be selfish. I got to keep giving it away.
Right. No, I love it. And then I have one more question for you. We didn't talk about this yet. So the show is called Rock Your Talk. So I got to ask, who is your favorite rock band or rock singer? Like what's one of your top ones?
Rock singer. Oh my goodness. Well, of course I'm a Lady Gaga fan because I got to know her and spent a lot of time with her. She's amazing. And what I really like, what she inspires me. She's actually in my book because she talked about Dare to Be Different. Remember when she first came out in the meat outfit and everything she did was so controversial. They're calling her like the mini Madonna, because I'm also another fan of that, because she just chose her own lane, stuck to who she was, and got nothing but publicity for it. So to me, it's really brilliant.
Absolutely.
Honestly. And then she didn't care. Like she actually told me, she's like, Lauren, as many people hate you will be as many people love you. And she has her little monsters, and she laughed $90 million to the bank that year. So I'm like, I'm going to listen to this girl.
That's right. That's right. I love it.
It's called balance. Yeah. So I had that like one-on-one intimate time with her, and I swear a light bulb went off for me. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to care what people think. I'm going to be true to myself. And this is part of my coaching as well, is just be authentic and be true to yourself and quit trying to be someone you're not and compare yourself. Compete and compare are two deadly C's as far as especially as women.
Mm-hmm.
We look at the social media and all that, and we're like, oh man, I want to be like that. No, be who you are. Mm-hmm. Much easier too, Lisa.
So much easier. So much
hard. It's so hard to be someone you're not, right? Doesn't make any sense to me. Life is hard enough if there's so many things coming at you.
Yeah.
So just be authentic and just own it. Own who you are, wherever you are. You want to level up and be a better version of yourself from the inside out. I'm all for that. That's what coaches are for. I mean, I have coaches, you have coaches. I'm a big fan of, being coached, because we can always level up. Absolutely. And if we don't, we just stay stagnant. So even, with me, I've had coaches my whole career in fitness. I've been so grateful and blessed to have some of the best coaches in the world help me train. And so now I've learned all these tips and tricks so I can help people get results super quick.
Love it.
And that's my gift. You know what I mean? I pass it on, because I've been, when I learned how to pose, I had the 2 Miss Olympian champions in bodybuilding in the world when I brand new. So I didn't develop any bad habits. They taught me right away. I mean, very blessed.
Yeah. Learning.
I don't take it for granted though. You know what I mean? And I think that's another tip, is always stay in gratitude. Mm-hmm. No matter what's going on in your life and your world, is just be grateful for everything that you have. Quit looking for what you don't have, mm-hmm. and that comparing thing. And your life will be much better.
That's right.
You'll be a lot happier. And if it's your body, that's easy. We can fix that. Just give me a call. If it's the mindset, there's tons of coaches that work on mindset. I do as well, because it's super important, because there's always something blocking. What I find when I first work with somebody, there's a block of why they're carrying the extra weight or why they're not taking care of themselves. There's always a reason. So we dive deep. Once we realize that, then the rest of it's easy.
Love that. Good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for all the tips and the
Yeah.
gifts. Everyone's so lucky. They're going to be able to get all these great things from you.
My
So
pleasure.
thank you. And then for all of you listening out there, remember to be kind to yourself. If you haven't done that already yet today, be kind to somebody else. Subscribe to our channel so that you continue to hear from all these really cool experts that I get to bring to you. And we've just learned something I learn something new every single time. So I'm very excited.
Awesome.
Thank you, Lauren. Bye,
Absolutely.
everybody.
My pleasure. See you soon. Bye, everyone.